Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Chalk Talk with Coach Duke. I know we haven't done one of these in a little bit, simply because I wanted to make sure that we had a really solid foundation with videos that have already been done. I think for the most part we have that now, so we're going to do new videos again. For the first video this week, we're going to stick on the defensive side of the ball, and we're actually going to talk a little bit of game plan that we're going to go versus Pampa. Please, you may be able to hear some construction in the background. Do your best to ignore it. I'll talk a little bit louder than normal, or kind of in a deeper register to project a little bit. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk game plan versus Pampa. I'm gonna show what the defense we're gonna do for the majority of the early game, unless it's not working. I'm gonna go over assignments. I'm gonna go over adjustments. I'm going to show the offense that they run. I'm going to show what I've been able to pick up from their offense. I'm going to key you into a couple of key players or factors that I want us to focus on. That way we're kind of all on the same base. It's really important that you watch this video. Really, really important that you watch this video. For those of you who do watch the video today, the first person who comes up to me, I will get a reward for the first person who comes up to me at practice tomorrow and gives me the code word harvester. So the first kiddo who comes up to me without me asking, the first kiddo who comes up to me and gives me the code word harvester, I won't have something tomorrow, or I might, but it might be on Tuesday or Saturday. But I'll have something for him. Let's go ahead and kind of dive into it. So. Pampa's going to run a wing T offense. They're going to run the same as us. They're going to have a 7-man front. They're going to bring 7 men up front. They're going to have a quarterback who's going to go just under center. And then they're going to have offset 2 backs behind the center and to a direction with a 3 back to the outside, okay? So this is the offense that they're going to run. And in order for us to kind of encapsulate everything that we're going to need to do to deal with them, we're going to run a modified Miami, okay? So normally in Miami, I would have my backs, because when our base Miami is going to be a 4-4 stack, right? So we'd be behind, but in order for us to get everywhere that we need to this week, we're going to run what is called a Miami stretch. So, like, if we're in a regular game where this isn't the game plan, then I'll throw up Miami, and then I go like this. So Miami stretch. That's what we're running, right? So we got Miami stretch, and basically what that's going to be for Miami stretch is we're just going to take our linebackers and we're going to stretch them out where their positions are, right? So instead of being stacked, we're going to have the Mike lined up in the B gap, we're going to have the Jack lined up in the B gap, and then we're going to have the Will outside of the tight end and the Sam outside of the tight end. That's going to give us a little more flexibility, guys. So here's what I do know about this team, right? They do throw the ball. They don't throw the ball a ton. So it's going to be really important for our corners. I want y'all creeping, okay? I want y'all creeping and causing havoc as much as you can, okay? That's going to get them to the point where they're going to want to start throwing over the top. Once we start doing that, I'll call adjustments on the field. But it's going to be really important, right? But keep in mind, corners, when you're doing this, you can't take too close of an angle, right? So when you're doing this, you can't immediately run like this, because now you've left open the outside, right? Does that make sense? So instead of taking that angle, right, you have to maintain that outside edge just in case the ball's coming that way, right? So instead of going in like this, your angle is like this. Your angle is like this. Does that make sense? It gets you to the backfield, but it doesn't give up that edge. And you have to hold this edge, okay? If the ball comes to you, you're the first point of contact. Get low and blow them up, okay? I happen to know their fullback here, their person that they have at number 1, he's a bit of a bigger boy. He's probably right on the cusp of the league's carry weight. In order to bring him down, guys, y'all are going to have to hit him. Y'all are going to have to hit him. You're going to have to, or he's going to run amok. He's not very fast, but he's a little bowling ball, so he's going to go through you if you let him. It's not his speed that's going to kill us for that guy specifically, and we'll get into that in a minute, but I need you to focus on that, okay? So for my defensive line, right, your jobs are pretty simple. You're just going to blitz your gaps. Yes. So we have this gap plugged up. We have both A gaps plugged up. We have that plugged up. So what it would be is we're going to umbrella there, right? Unless it's a pass. If it's a pass, then my outside is guarding like this. Okay? And then if it's a run fit, my Mike and my Jack are in the B gap. Elsewise, we're here and here with the safety like that. Does that make sense? So corners, you're maintaining that outside edge, but because they're not running receivers, and I'm almost certain they're not going to run receivers, and if they do, if they run receivers, obviously that's your guy, right? I'm fairly certain they're not going to call a deuce set. If they do call a deuce set, and what deuce would be is if they pull, let's say they pull this backside tight end and they have him go wide this way and they bring him wide this way and they have two receivers out here. So if there was, let's just say, if there was an X and a Y out here, corner one, you would get him, and then actually, Will, your job would be to pick up the X. I'm fairly certain they're not going to call any deuce sets, but just so y'all have that knowledge, because next week when we play Amarillo High, they run a 2x1 package. They'll stay in a deuce set pretty much the whole game. So, but we'll get into that in the game plan versus Amarillo High video, okay? So again, let's just go through one of the keys of defense, right? In my keys of defense video, we talked about run fit. So let's look at our run fit and make sure that we have everything clogged up, right? Is this gap covered? Yes, it's covered here, and it's technically covered here. So that gap's good, run fit plugged. Is this gap good? Yes, covered by the end, we're good. Is this gap plugged? If it's a run, yes, it's plugged by the middle linebacker, we're good. Is this gap plugged? Yes, by that tackle. Yes, by that tackle. Yes, by the jack back. Yes, by the end. Yes, by two. So we have our run fits covered. They should not be able to get explosive runs off with this defense because we're covering everything. So again, I'm going to go over those assignments a little bit slower just so we all know this. It's super important that you know this come Thursday for practice tomorrow and on Saturday, okay? So we're lining up like this. Our end is in between the tackle and tight end. He's covering the C gap. Our corner is creeping up and then blitzing wide. Our Samback, if it's a run, is taking the D gap. If it's a pass, he's covering the flat. Same for our Will. If it's a run, we're covering D. If it's a pass, we're covering the flat. Our ends are blitzing their respective C gaps where they're lined up. Our tackles are both going to blitz the A gap. The reason I'm having both of you blitz the A gap, their center is massive. He's huge. I think it's number 60, 64 or something. He's a big boy. We're going to have to send two at him to compromise him. If we just send one, he's going to win. Whoever my tackles are this game, you have to hit him. The second that his hand moves and that ball goes, the second that ball snaps, you have to hit him as hard as you can. Put your hands on him, hit him, shake him. Because if you don't shake him, it's going to be problematic. Now, guys, Mike and Jack, if it's a run, you're blitzing the B gap. That's your gap assignment. If it's a pass, you're covering that mid. If they pass the ball, this is where we're going to have to pay attention. If they pass the ball, it's going here or here. Nobody is technically assigned to that. So technically, actually, we can kind of fix that now. We'll just widen up the backer zones is what we'll do. Now, see, these videos are even good for me because they allow me to see things that I wouldn't see if I wasn't talking it through. So actually, if it's a pass, I want this. And that's going to have us more covered. They're going to try to sneak them behind you on curls or whips, right? They're not going to run just like a straight go route. They're not going to run a route like that. They're going to try to sneak them past the coverage quick turnaround, okay? So keep that in mind. That's going to be our defense. That's going to be what we run for the most of the game, right? Our run fits are good. This is what we're going to do. Please watch this video 2, 3, 4, 5, however many times that you need to watch this video to get these assignments into your head. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to erase this and we're going to go over a little bit of their offense and then we're going to go over keys to the game, okay? Defensively, right? I apologize that this may be a longer video. I hope it's not getting too long, but okay. So we're gonna go center, guard, tackle, tight end, guard, tackle, tight end, quarterback, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here is what I know about their defense, right? Or their offense. Right? What did I say? I said their center is a big boy, right? So because their center is so big, they really, really, really like to go up the gut with their fullback. That's this cat right here. That's this guy right here because he's the quickest to the quarterback. They like this guy to shoot out, pick up a block, open a gap. This quarterback's going to hand it off to him, and he's going to go find his opening and then try to go score, okay? Our goal, don't make it easy for their center, okay? Don't make it easy for their center. We're sending 2 people at the center. One of you has to get through. You can't both get caught up in a block with one guy. You've got to go. But if the ball is coming through this section of the field, it's going to one guy. It's coming here. And like I said, he's a little bowling ball, okay? If you let him, he's gonna run through you. He's gonna run through you. So our keys on him, because he's so big, are gonna be get low, hit him at his knees, hit him at his hips, hit him low, takes his legs out from him, and he won't be able to run, because if not, he's gonna run you over, okay? Now, outside of that, all of their passes that I've seen, and again, I haven't done a lot of advanced scouting because I only have what I have. I will when we play them next time, so keep that in mind. They're doing the same thing that we are. Their quarterback is going to fake it to the 1, fake it to the 3, and boot, giving himself the option to throw it or run it on a boot keep. We have to keep our eyes on their quarterback. He might not be the most skilled passer in the world, guys, but I promise you, he's shifty. He's fast. On their quarterback, I want the same thing that I want on their fullback. Hit him at his knees, hit him at his hips, hit him low, takes his legs out from under him. That way he can't run. If you try to tackle him up high, he's going to run past you or run you over. Okay? If this cat is getting the ball, it's only going one of 2 places. It's going here. It's going here. I'm telling you, if they're running the ball up the middle of the field, unless they're in a Philly pack, it's coming to this cat right here. It's going through their fullback. That is what they like to do, is send their fullback up the gut. At practice yesterday, the defense I had on the field let Tobias through 4 or 5 times right up this area. So, guys, if you're on defense, Mike and Jack, right? Who are the people here in this area of the field who are going to have to be able to hit here? My defensive tackles, you're going to have to make an impact, and my Mike and my Jack. Y'all 4 are going to have to make a difference this game. We cannot get gashed up the middle of the field, right? Because think about it. If they go to the outside here, we have our Will and our corner, yes? And then everybody else flows. And we have an end over here. There's 3 people if they go to the outside here. Same over here. We have our end, we have our Sam, we have our corner. There's 3 people over here if they go over here. We should be able, I just went over the run fit, we should be able to stop their run game and make them have to pass. And then if they pass, we go back to Tampa if we absolutely have to. Okay? We have a plan. So again, watch this as many times as you need to. And now we're going to go over the keys of the game, okay? Our keys of the game are going to be These are going to be our keys to win. Okay? Key number 1 is going to be hit low, get legs, tackle. Okay? We have to get low. We did too many high tackles at the kickoff. Get low, get their legs, tackle them, bring them down. It can't be that, okay? Our second key to success is going to be we hunt like a pack, right? Hunt like pack. What that means is 11 to the ball. Every time we're going 11 men to the ball, right? Okay. 3, play smart. Play smart. Okay, know your job and no penalties. No penalties. We move when the ball moves. We cannot give up penalties. Keep your hand away from the face. Keep your hand away from the face. No face masks, no jumping. If we play a clean game, we stand a better chance to win, right? So play smart, no penalties. Our 4th key of success this week, so sorry about that. Our 4th key of success this week is going to be do not overcommit. Play smart. Don't overcommit. Corners, creep in, but keep your angles. You have to come wide. Your gap, far outside. Outside backers, your D gap. C gap for the ends. B gap for the inside linebackers. A gap for the tackles. Play your gap. Play smart. Don't overcommit. If you overcommit, we're going to get burned by it. Play smart football. Last but not least, this one I'm going to say is important because if we do this, we win this game, okay? So I'm going to put an asterisk, big star next to it, and I'm going to write it in purple so everybody knows. Our 5th and final key to the game this week, right? Super important. If we do this, we win. Create turnovers. Make them fumble the ball. If they throw it, if you can, catch it, interception. If we create turnovers, I want to see our goal this week is 2 or more turnovers. I want them to turn the ball over 2 or more times, okay? So these are our keys to the game. Hit low, get their legs, tackle them on the first time, hunt like a pack, send 11 men to the ball every single time. We're going to play smart. No penalties, knowing our jobs. We're not going to overcommit because we're playing smart and we know our jobs. And we're going to create turnovers. We're going to make them fumble. We're going to intercept it. We're going to create turnovers. If we do this and we play fast, hit hard, and be aggressive, we will start the season 1-0. Okay? So, if you watch this video as many times as you can, I appreciate all of you. I know this was a lot, but I wanted to get the game plan out there. The next video will be a little bit shorter because we're just going over one offensive play that I may or may not even call. It's one of the last 2 offensive plays we have yet to even touch on. Once we install it, we'll be good to go. But thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Chalk Talk. Again, there's a code hidden in the front of this video. If you forgot it, go rewatch it. I'm not going to say it again. First kid who comes up to me and tells me the code, I got you, okay? Thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, Coach Duke, out.